Hey, hello everyone, welcome back to XR Foundations, and we're going to go off and talk to Hale. Now, something that I've been thinking about is I'm planning on using Yaki crew for part of my plan. The problem is it's getting them if the Yaki don't have a wharf. So I'm hoping if
Cover
I can attach
activated. Now key.
a construction ship to this thing, I can add a
Array up.
wharf so the Yaki can build things. Otherwise, I might need to install
Alright, time for straight talk.
a mod.
First of all, it's damn good to have you back. I've been waiting for an opportunity, and here it is. Secondly, this place stinks. We're about to take a real close look at the heap at its center. And thirdly, it's really good to have you back. Just wanted to make that clear. Anyway, we should get going. If you have something on your mind, just call me, yeah? Hey.
Why did you disappear?
Obelisk knocking me out is why I disappeared. That much is true. But these people didn't save me out of the goodness of their hearts. They spied on me. On us. Observed us like lab rats. And when they thought they'd found a candidate for their twisted augmentations, they snatched me away. Okay, not all of them are like that. They're hardliners. But those are gaining in influence by the minute.
What can you tell me about Kha'ak?
Despite appearances, she's not the Yaki leader, and it shows. They don't trust anyone with power. But someone's got to keep them away from each other's throats. And that's how she got to where she is now. Helped me out a great deal, but that doesn't excuse what they did to us. To the outpost. And to Saul.
What you mentioned about powers?
I got none. I've showed off my superior maneuvers from time to time, and just got lucky that no Xenon decided to turn me into scrap. All these cybernetics do for me is make me look like a damn outlaw. No chance Earth is gonna take me back. At least these Yaki aren't gonna kill us as long as you have access to Saul. And as long as I act like some Xenon whisperer prodigy.
And that's the end of the conversation, so let's head on over to the monolith. Not obelisk, the amplifier.
Amplifier station.
Okay, we're here. Time to clue you in about the real deal. That over there, my friend, is an amplifier station. The only one under Yaki control. You've seen what heavily augmented Yaki can do with their cybernetics, eh? This thing, if turned on, further increases the strength and range of those Xenon attacks. Organic says they need it for their own safety, and as a dead man's switch when the Protectorate inevitably finds and attacks this place. But she doesn't understand. No, none of them understand. All they're doing is hiding and delaying until they suffocate, or someone like Obelisk snaps and turns this side of the gate network into a slaughterhouse. In the end, despite all their precautions and with all the technology in the universe, these people have nowhere to go except out and through. This system, this entire situation is a giant ticking time bomb. There's only one way to stop it once and for all. We have to destroy that amplifier. It's brutal, but Mission Command has trained us to make hard choices. These people have shown me kindness, but I'd trade them all in for the safety of Saul. I've gathered a handful of fighters who want to stop this downward spiral at once, regardless of their own fate. It's gonna take serious preparation to make this work, but you've always kept a cool head when I couldn't. Awaiting your command, Wing Leader.
Hello there, pilot. Since you and your friend have already inspected the merchandise, I guess there's nothing else for it. It's time to put all our cards on the table. When you've got a moment, have a look at the briefing I just sent you. And before you flip your hatch, I'm not asking you to betray Earth. Well, I guess I remember. You know, desperate times and all that. Think about where you want your loyalties to lie. Mull it over, consider all possible consequences. You're not the first to attempt this mission, but you might just have a shot at success.
So yeah.
Is she insane? She can't possibly think that we would ever ally ourselves with her against the Protectorate. Actually, now that I think about it, God, these pieces of human trash are already contemplating genocide to save themselves. There's no reason we shouldn't do the same. Yeah, you know what? Let's tell Mission Command about this whole mess. Get the Terran Navy to warm up the big guns.
Whoa, hold up a minute there, partner. There's more to this than meets the eye.
What the? Who's this joker?
Allow me to introduce myself. Dal Busta, political analyst, private tutor, and bon vivant extraordinaire. Look, if you want these two factions at each other's throats right this instant, who am I to judge? Nobody likes pirates. And helping the Terrans wipe out the Yaki would certainly put an end to their shenanigans. All it would take is for someone to inform your precious Mission Command about this dire threat. But what if you tell them the exact opposite? No Yaki threat, no Terran military response, no fuel for the Yaki hardliners. It all unravels and the Yaki are back to square one. Who knows? They might even end up needing some outside help with their Xenon problems. I'll leave you two alone with your thoughts.
I honestly don't know what to think. Your choice, I guess.
Alright, let's check out the mission briefing. The fate of the Yaki. Save them from themselves, destroy the amplifier station. They leave us no choice really. As long as this amplifier station exists, it will always pose a threat to humanity, so we have to destroy it. I don't think they expect sabotage, but we'll have to be quick, so plan accordingly. Our only advantage is that apart from the hardliners and our small group of conspirators, many Yaki seem to be pretty accepting of their fate right now. So we might not have to deal with the entire sector when everything goes Nova. Afterwards, well, I'm hoping that once we pull the rug out from under her feet, Organic will finally come to her senses. Maybe there's a path to reconciliation somewhere, but don't count on it. Mutually assured destruction. Palette, I'm going to be blunt. The Yaki are at the brink of war, both internally and externally. When things inevitably turn sour, we need a backup plan to keep the Terran Protectorate at arm's length. You're let in on this operation because Cinnamon vouches for you. I must call him Cinnamon. Been watching Lucifer lately. Because you have access to Terran space, and because we're simply out of options, I need to continue Obelisk's assignment to lay a trail all the way to Earth. With that, the Xenon from this area of the Gate Network will swarm Sol in the event that we are forced to activate the amplifier. We'll be rid of the machines for a while, and the Terrans will have their hands too full to continue attacking us. Think about it. Two of the greatest threats to the Yaki and the entire Gate Network tied up at the same time. Make your decision. We depend on you. Or the smoking gun. Operative, I don't need to alarm you, but if you me that you may have new information about your investigation that you may want to share. My observers tell me that you ventured into the unknown, and the Terran Secret Service would dearly like to know what it is you have found. It goes without saying that Commander Lee and his intervention corps are ready to pounce should we give the word. So let's head back. Let's get a non-suspicious looking ship.
Autopilot engaged.
And we'll head off and make some friends and do some more missions. Hold on.
Autopilot disengaged. Autopilot engaged.
Yeah, Flicker is still there. Yeah, it should be possible. Oh, I think I've encountered this bug in the past and it wasn't actually possible. So I'm gonna have to... For my plan to work, I definitely need a mod. And it's a mod I've been thinking about going back and forth on installing for a while. Once I've installed the mod, I'll talk about it, though.
Entering system. Matrix. Number 7.
Sorry, friend. I'm afraid I'll have to lay low. With these cybernetics and this ship, any Terran we come across would shoot me on sight.
Cover deactivated.
Hey there, partner. Your recent exploits might have opened up a new opportunity for us. You know, I've always been interested in the seemingly eternal civil war between the God Realm and the Holy Order. It appears that both of the warring Paranid factions trust you. Somewhat. If you want to help me dig deeper, come and find me at our headquarters.
So there we go. We have so many missions queued up. So I need to start... look at that. We've got... Of our important missions, there are 7 with the Aki having 3 sub-options. So, wow.
Entering system. Arcus cascade.
Oh, we can't even interact with any of our stuff. Can I... Oh, it's possible to turn that off, isn't it?
Cover deactivated.
Oh, okay, yeah, temporary disable faction cover mode. So, let's see, how are you doing? Oh, wrong station again. I wanted to look at the breadbasket. Oh. What just happened here?
Dane cover active. Entering. Arcus cascade. 15.
Something just went weird on my keyboard. There we go.
Deactivated.
Okay, no idea what just happened there. Now, we have enough Claytronics, right? 260. Yes, we do, so it's just hull parts I need to spam out. It's going to take 9 loads.
Hazardous region detected.
Well, under 9 loads. That's 2. That puts us at 300. So, not 9 loads. 6 loads? I can math.
Entering system. Atikva's choice. Cover activated. Yaki. Entering system. Silent witness.
There we go. Almost there. I'll throw in one more just in case. Oh, have I been... crap, I've been telling him to drop them off at the headquarters. I feel stupid. Anyways, I'm gonna cut when I get back to the headquarters. Alright, I'm back. We're arriving at the headquarters, and I said I'm gonna get rid of the Pioneer guys first. So we're gonna go to the farthest point, because I've queued up 2 of my couriers to go to the nearer ones. So where is... Yeah. They're just slow boating their way there. So I fixed up Jimmy. He's going to drop everything off at the breadbasket. I also queued up another little Claytronics just to make sure. And then the breadbasket will be able to automate that, assign a large miner to the thing. This ship is actually better equipped. It's more likely to be able to escape because it's got Terran shield generators. I kept it with an Argon travel drive, although I should probably have given it a Terran one for the acceleration over the top speed, but I can change that later though. So how is...
It looks like you're positioning your ship for the synchronized scan. Please try to be precise. We don't want junk readings cluttering up our database. Once you initiate the scan from your ship, the other captains will follow your lead. Very good. We are receiving the data stream. We've got what we were after. Thank you for your support. We're far from home, short on hands, and have additional tasks which need doing. If you're interested, please meet me on our ship.
And let's return these guys. Let's head up top and meet the doctor.
Autopilot
Oh, I have a message.
engaged.
Oh. Okay, he's on the Yankee station apparently.
Autopilot disengaged. Okinawa research. Korea.
He wants us to jump off the side? Yeah, no.
Greetings. Losing access to our research facility was what prompted this expedition. Now we have not only located our facility, but also taken precautions. If it disappears from under our noses again, we won't have such a hard time tracking it down.
What happened?
You must surely have heard stories about the Boron, once known as a wise and noble people. The community of planets hasn't heard anything from them in quite a while, so we don't know what happened to them after the gate shut down, or even if there are any of them left out there. However, one of them is still among us, and from what we can gather, he is a renegade and has turned criminal. Can't really blame him. If I were trapped in the midst of Agnu societies for decades, I too would be tempted to take advantage, one way or the other. This one chose to take our station to reside in. Anything else?
Any information on the Boron?
After Sagarian intelligence identified the Boron as the perpetrator in this incident, we had them dig deeper. He had connections to split criminals. They, however, went off-grid and remain somewhat of a mystery. Either way, the Boron is well connected among and backed by various shady characters. His own technical proficiency, paired with the criminal network he built around himself, makes him capable of anything. Do not underestimate this criminal. Anything else?
Have you tried negotiating?
Despite the noble reputation the boron hold, this particular specimen has clearly signaled his intentions by stealing a station. Since we can't be sure what else he might be capable of, it's imperative that we don't make him see us as his enemy. We can't risk making him aware of our intent. Otherwise, we won't stand a chance against any measures he decides to take. Proceed with caution, and do not allow any intel to be leaked to the boron. Anything else?
What's the plan?
We've prepared some software which will help us regain access, but our ship isn't really inconspicuous enough to plant it on our station. The malware should be subtle enough to go unnoticed by the current occupant. It will be your job to plant it at this location, identified by our analyst. According to the annotation on the station plans, there should be a signal leak next to what looks like either a valve or a window, but you'll find out when you get there.
Eventually we're going to land on the HQ and swap our ships around. We need to go to the other side. They weren't paying that close of attention if they didn't see me coming and going from the station.
Autopilot. Engage. Autopilot. Disengage.
Assistant! What in the name of the Queen do you think you are doing here? Will this help the vexatious ship to conclude its interfering business? Well, I suppose it will. In that case, please be so kind as to infiltrate the station with their malware so that I can take a look at it.
That is neither a vent nor a window.
Better keep up appearances so as to not arouse suspicion. And if Bozo has it under control, all the better.
Assistant, I have fabulous news indeed. I took a look at their malware, and I'm quite sure I have figured out what the Zagarian researchers are after. I am sending you the file I prepared for them. Please deliver it to their chief scientist with my best regards.
Autopilot. Engaged.
And after this, I think we'll be talking with the headquarters to talk to everyone,
Autopilot.
basically.
Disengaged. Docking granted.
I'm pretty sure after this they're going to ask us to do other things away more in Seoul.
What is it now?
The Boron gave me
What
this.
is this? He gave you our research? Unbelievable!
Hello there.
But you were supposed to plant software. How did that happen?
He uploaded it to my
I
ship.
clearly underestimated this boron and his capabilities. This means we can continue with Project Genesis. It is our uttermost priority. We'd better not make an enemy of the boron, so we'll leave him in possession of our station for the time being. We'll have to come back better prepared if we want to recover our station.
And what now?
I didn't think we'd make progress this fast. Regardless, we could do with a little more of your assistance. You'll be helping one of our associates in acquiring research that is vital to Project Genesis.
Who am I working
An
with?
independent scientist. Let me contact them. Greetings. We are sending you the pilot you requested.
Is this creature qualified?
Yes. No, don't worry. This one's at least a 2-star pilot.
Expecting him at the experiment site.
Okay, he is heading your way. That's settled. Report to Kuramon Kami. They are experimenting with a phenomenon in the void and will instruct you on your part once you get there. This may seem unconnected at first, but rest assured, you are helping mold our future. It seems that you are missing crucial spacesuit equipment. Take this with you. It will be useful later on.
What is it exactly that they're trying to achieve?
They are hoping to colonize a planet as a new home for their people. The Terrans once meddled with such terraforming technology, which resulted in the creation of the Xenon. Let us hope that the Sagara's pioneers are not repeating their mistake.
There we go. Yeah, our next thing is to, let's see, we have talk to Dal, talk to Dal. Yeah. Whoop, I ran into an asteroid. So yeah, we're gonna go swap out this ship with something for, yeah, we're gonna swap this ship out for something we can take into Terran space without arousing suspicion.
Headquarters.
And Dal set himself up in the science lab.
How's it going? You made it!
Yeah, let's get this over with.
Here's what I've learned from the Alliance of the Word about the reconnected systems. The outcasts and criminals seek safe haven with the free families, while the proud families organize under the High Patriarch Xenon. The patriarchal court is quite aloof and too isolated to interfere. A lot of well-connected parties try to influence politics there, and as political outsiders, we won't stand a chance. The free families, however, are a messy bunch. Political structures here are quite obscure, but they also are not as established. Nevertheless, they are a formidable force and can turn the tide for the split. This is why we need to establish better connections there, to learn how to use the political situation for our benefit. It won't be easy. From what I've gathered, most split are not particularly keen on working with outsiders.
What did you learn about the factions?
The most important event in recent split history was the battle at the Fires of Defeat. With this decisive battle, the Xenon Patriarchy subdued a coalition of free families. The Patriarchy has already established a court and their own police force within free family space.
And what's the plan?
I'll take a ship to their trade station to learn more about the intricacies of their economy. Bozo will help me work through their data.
I must say, I am quite curious on what can be deduced from reading company registrations and financial movements.
And what do you need me to do?
With the reconnection of the gates, there are still some split who are concluding their business here in order to return to their families and culture. In order to learn more about them, you should offer a ship as a means of transport.
Very random split to make friends.
Of course not. I have found one split in particular who, I suspect, is well connected with either the free families or the patriarchy occupation there. He aroused some suspicion. Apparently, he makes the trip regularly under different names, so he could be some sort of smuggler who potentially has ties to the other side. You should help him out in order to learn more about him. Maybe befriend him in order to make him share his connections.
Be careful not to accidentally join his unlawful smuggling operation while transporting him.
That's all I have for you at the moment.
Alright.
He requests to be transported in an S-sized ship. I'll update you on his position as soon as I know more. How's it going?
The Paranid Civil War. What have you been up to?
Listening to broadcasts and spending quality time with my charts for the most part. And, of course, watching Bazo Ta bathe in that overgrown fish tank. Did you know that senior boron scientists can still order their personal assistants around while half their brain is asleep?
It feels as if my hospitality is not being reciprocated to an adequate degree. And I must say your pseudo-scientific blustering is starting to get on my...
Nature is truly fascinating.
Alright, you mentioned the Paranid.
Actually, they mentioned you. We're only a few jumps away from Paranid space, and this station's comms module is unlike anything I've come across.
I believe I already mentioned several times that this outpost was abandoned by the Terrans. A civilization so unfathomably advanced and ingenious that they managed to nearly wipe themselves out on multiple occasions. It is paramount that we explore its integrated functions carefully, delicately, and most of all, cautiously.
Naturally, I had to put its capabilities to the test.
Naturally.
As it turns out, the God Realm and the Holy Order frequently and openly accuse one another of corrupting each other's citizens. However, they're surprisingly reluctant to condemn independent individuals, much less those who simply want the best of both worlds. If you know what I'm saying.
And what's the point?
What I'm getting at is this. There's more to this whole Civil War thing than meets the eye. For whatever reason, those Paranids don't seem to view you as an intruder. And that, my friend, is an opportunity if I've ever seen one. Of course, those uptight zealots might change their mind once you start snooping around. Hopefully we can mitigate that risk by knowing where to stick our noses and where not to stick them from the start. Luckily, I have an informant who might be able to point us in the right direction.
Who's the informant?
An old, and I do mean old, acquaintance of mine. Knowing her, she's probably been enjoying a grandstand view of this war since it started. You'll be hard-pressed to find anyone who knows quite as much as she does about that unpleasant situation.
What do I need to do?
Head over to Napilio's Fortune. It's only one system away. There's an old meeting point under the highway where we used to trade gossip about the local syndicates. Don't be put off by her unconventional demeanor. She's not exactly quick to trust people, but once you've passed muster, she'll be your most dependable ally.
Other than?
Other than me, of course.
Alright. So that's that. I'm going to cut the episode here, and I am going to go do some research, see what I can do about fixing up the Yaki.
Have you ever taken a closer look at stations in scan mode? When you fly close enough to a station module, it gets highlighted in a new color, depending on its type. Imagine the information you could gain about a station if you scanned all of its modules this way.
Nice. I'm going to get out so he doesn't keep talking. Ooh, I have an office. Let's go have a look at the office. Boso Dell. Oh, the Okinawa already shows up. Oh, the yacht and that ship also show up, even though... Oh, that's Hale's ship, I think. It's supposed to be. Interesting. Anyways, I'll see you guys in the next episode. Bye.